Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NBA action between the Blazers and the Rockets. We've got a promo code. The code is SNOW for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Houston favored at home, minus 2.5. The total is 228.5. The Blazers are 9-7 this season, 6-10 against the number. Blazers losing 2 of their last 3 while failing to cover in all 3 of those. Meanwhile, Houston has won 3 in a row and also covered in 3 in a row. We've got Sean Higgs joining us to break this one all down for us. Sean, what stands out to you when you see these two teams meeting up?
Well, you just mentioned losing 2 out of 3 here. And also they had a 5-game homestand, and they couldn't even string together a winning home record there. I mean, come on. You're at home for 5 straight games. Do something. But Portland's they're scuffling along. They're really not looking that good right now. I'm kind of liking Houston. Everybody's all right. Harden's out of there. It's a giant headache. I get it. 2.5. I think this line's a little low. I mean, Christian Wood's been playing excellent. Oladipo's pretty solid player from his career. It looks like he's healthy after he got injured with the Pacers there. John Wall's come back. This team's gelling a little bit. I like Houston here. I think they're pretty much undervalued because I shouldn't say they played bad with Harden, but there's a lot of off the field cord and nonsense going on in the locker room. That kind of stuff goes on with a big trade like that. So I think now these guys are all coming into their own, playing better. I think this is going to be a good team. And as deep as the West is, this is, I think, a real solid team here. And I think they're better without Harden. And Eric Gordon, the guy's 5 straight 20-point games. I mean, he hasn't seen that since his Clipper days, probably. I mean, everybody's stepping up, knowing their roles. Give me the Rockets here, 2.5. I think they win by 10. 2.5. I think this game's really low. I'm missing who's come back from Portland. Is Kevin Duckworth and Clyde Drexler playing over there? I mean, what's going on in Portland? That's not happening. Come on, Rockets in a rout.
Right. Portland is a top 5 scoring offense, but the problem is they are 26th in total defense and 26th in total rebounds. So that's been their issue as of late.
Oklahoma. 122 to Oklahoma, a team that's barely they score barely 105, putting up 120, 125 to the Spurs. Bad defense. And we know Rockets, right. Harden or not, these guys are going to want to run and shoot and get up and down the floor.
Yeah, and Christian Wood is expected to be back for Houston. He's missed a few games, which I have capitalized in the props market, but he is expected to be back for this one, which should be a nice boost for that Houston offense. And probably why they're favored here. Victor Oladipo, obviously a nice pickup as well. It's not a flashy team. It's certainly not the team of note when they had James Harden, but they've been steady Eddie and going along and winning and covering. And this is a short number here for a Rockets team at home. Looking at a total of 228.5. We just mentioned the Blazers defense, how bad it is. Any leanings on a total?
You'd probably think you'd have to lean over, right? Because teams are going to get into the 120 range on both sides here. But again, it's not even at 230, which makes me think maybe this is an under game here, and it'll be like a 115. 100 type game. So I don't know. The total 228. Portland's given up like 240 in games lately. So I don't know. It looks a little low. Maybe I'd probably lean to the under just because I think it should be probably like 232 or something.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the way the Blazers play, and right. If Dame Dollars dropping dimes, but obviously it's more than just that, and you need both teams to contribute. We need both teams to score quite a bit to get to that total. Well, that's going to do it for our NBA talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great insight as always from Sean Higgs. Sean, thanks for joining us.